Ah, yeah. Pretty day. Pretty day. Light winds, not too bad. Plenty of sunshine. I think the rain's going to leave us alone for a couple days. Hey, folks, welcome back to another exciting episode of Somewhere Downrange. I'm your host, Brad. Glad you're out with me today. So, like that picture I posted last night. Yeah. I'm a little bit skittish today about something we're going to do today. Alright, I've been seeing a lot of videos over the years. Not just the last few months, over the years, about Sig P320 pistols and how those things love to just do their own thing. I'm not going to go in depth to that today. There's plenty of videos, a plethora of videos, an absolute veritable pharmacology list of videos. I can't add anything to them, but I can do one thing. I can take a P320 out today and see for myself exactly what happens. Now, I will state up front, this is not my weapon. I won't be adjusting any sights. I won't be changing anything on the weapon. I won't be modifying anything. It hasn't been modified, and this weapon was purchased by its original owner approximately 2.5 years ago. It's had, by his round count and his range sessions, a little over 1,000 rounds through it. And it's not just your standard P320. Let's take a look at what we're dealing with, shall we? Wait one. Alright, what we have for our consideration today, friends and neighbors. As I said, this weapon does not belong to me. It belongs to a good friend, an acquaintance, and a local professional here in the hometown area where I live. He's into the courthouse quite a bit. He ought to be. Oh, there's his business card. Bobby, he's a bondsman. Now today, we have for our consideration the Sig P320 X-Carry Legion Naval Steel. Now, he's tricked this weapon out, got it like he wants it. Being a bondsman, he has need of things like accessories like lights, red dots, and magazine wells. This is something you see more on a competition pistol, but it's real damn handy on a weapon you're using in the middle of the night. It's a lot easier to find that hole when it's a lot bigger round than normal. Did I say that? Holy hell. You don't got to put no hair around it. Oh man, that was horrible. Anyway, we're going to see if this bad puppy runs like he says it runs, and I'm sure it does because Bobby's quite the honest man here. I better pull that out of the way before somebody accuses me of being an advertiser. So we're going to run just some regular Winchester red and white box 115 grain range ammo through it. I only have the one magazine for right now. Bobby's told me he could get me the other magazines in a holster that he has for it. And next weekend I'll be able to come out and work it out a little bit, put it through its paces, go in and out of the holster, come from the belt up to the waist. But for days, today, I'm basically just going to shoot, see how it does offhand accuracy wise. I'm going to try to run some double taps, triple taps, and I'm going to try to get a little feel for how that trigger compares to the trigger on my Glock 19X. Now, my Glock 19X is a stock trigger, and let me tell you my opinion about stock Glock triggers. They're atrocious. So, if this puppy runs well and I like it, I may very well be upgrading. Yay, yay, yay. All right, stand by to get some targets hung and some ear protection and some eye pro, and let's make a little noise with this happy puppy. What do you say? Stand by. Alrighty then. Tell you what, throwing a loaded magazine into a the old P320 kind of makes me a little trepidatious. Like my granddad said, nervous as a whore in church. Shoot! There was other ones, but I can't say them. So we got a little target down there, 15 yards. Gonna use that red dot. I won't be changing any sight picture. I won't be making any adjustment. This is Bobby's gun. I ain't changing nothing. So I'm just gonna see how it does for me. Just going to fire some slow strings, some well-aimed shots, see what kind of, results I get. All right, so let's make sure we have this thing pointed in a safe direction. Okay. Red dot's on. Let's pop a few rounds. What do you say? Not bad. I'm doing pretty good, a little to the right, but that's okay. Pulled that one high, I saw it when the dot hit. Trigger's just a little more than I like, but I can deal with it. Let's take a look at that. That's just slow, sustained, get on them quick, no hard technical aiming, just a red dot floating across the center. Stand by. Alrighty then. Yeah, that's not bad. Like I said, I'm trending right, but I think I'm getting a little used to that trigger. This might be me. In fact, I'm pretty sure this is me, because when I really held it firm and let it rest, man, it was right there. Not bad at all, but I'd say that was a bad guy. He's not a bad guy anymore. All right, now I'm up a little closer. I'm just gonna try something. I want to kind of, like I said, I want to get a little comparison about how it feels to double tap with this as compared to my Glock 19. And I know it's gonna feel a lot better, it's got to. But let's just see how she feels when you do it. Okay. That's a much better response on the recovery time. I like it. I gotta get one. Stand by. Oh, hell yeah. I have a lot of holes right here. It looks like I've added a couple here, maybe a couple here. But the thing I'm really liking to see is the fact that out of this 6-inch circle, nothing flew out. That is all heart, aorta, and lungs. And that's deadly, man. That's deadly. And this hole is a lot bigger. Man, it's dropping them in there. Okay, Bobby, you done convinced me. I gotta get me one. Yeah, I think I'm liking it. And so far, it's only gone off when I wanted it to. Now, I have one little thing, and it's no biggie. Okay, this weapon's unloaded. For those of you thinking I'm getting ready to reach my hand in front of a loaded fucking P320. Okay. The thread protector on the barrel, I noticed at the end of that session had fired loose about a quarter of the way out. That's only a couple magazines, and it was tight when I started. So, Sig, it would be nice if you had one of them cool little washers in the back of it that kind of held some tension so it wouldn't do that, but probably add $50 price to the damn gun. So yeah, just keep your eye on that if you've got one. Okay, now we're just going to work out a little steel. Not going to try running fast, nothing fancy. I just want to make a little noise with the toy, okay? Let's have some fun, what do you say? I mean, hell, it's always fun when you're shooting one of these, I guess. I guarantee you can keep them swinging. Stand by. Alrighty then, now there's one thing I want to check. Right now this weapon is completely and totally to the gills loaded, so I ain't putting my hand in front of it. I've got one in the pipe, 21 in the mag, just like it allows. YouTube, this is a YouTube compliant magazine. It has less than 30 rounds. Thank you very much. On that last magazine, it was just a single magazine full of fired. This nut backed off about 3 turns. So if you got 3 magazines, when you're shooting this, after each magazine, I check it. Because after about 5 magazines, it's probably going to be out there in the grass in front of you. You ain't going to find it. All right. So the one thing I want to test with this now, one in the pipe, completely full mag. A lot of times, some semi-autos have an issue with having a completely full mag and one in the pipe starting out. So we have 22 rounds, unless I miscounted. Let's bang a little steel, what do you say? I hope y'all are counting, because I've unlocked count. I think that's about right, don't you? Stand by. Alrighty, now, this did loosen up again. Got it tight again. Don't know how long it'll stay that way. One thing I'm going to say, if you're thinking about having one of these and doing like some run and gun competition, things like that, rapid fire, fast acquisition, transitions, there is texturing on the grip of this pistol, and it's there, and it actually, if you got dry skin, it goes ahead and abbreviates it for you. But it is not what I would call aggressive to the point where it really stays locked in your hand. Also, on the front of the hand grip, there's texturing here, but there's no texturing up here in the deep finger well that they put there. Why that's not there, I don't know, because that is a movement point. It's right there at the top of your grip. But other than that, I mean, hell, skateboard tape will handle that for you in a hurry. All right, let's just try to run fast, see what kind of fun we have. Wait a minute. Go back, gal. Go on, get. Goddamn cows. Frickin' cows. Go on. You better haul ass. They see me with a gun, they usually go, oh, you know what? Yeah, that ain't something we want to deal with right now. Okay, so let's have a little fun, what do you say? Let me start from the up. One thing I will say, as opposed to the Glock, when you bring this in and bring it up to point to find the red dot on that side, it's a lot easier to do. The Glock has a tendency to make you have to adjust your grip down, and I don't like that. The Sig grip is real damn natural. And when you've got it in the right spot, man, it just comes right up. It does. Comes right up for you. Yeah. All right, let's have some fun. Probably can't see those, can you? She transitions real nice. Stand by. Alrighty, one thing I want to talk about. I have fired an ass load of ammo through this thing. Only one bullet has gone out of my kill, and I felt that going bad. The dot was disappearing, but it's still right there in the lung. But look at this, it's just eating the shit out of that. God damn, I gotta get me one. Woo! I'm gonna tell you something. I've never been a Glock fanboy, but I owned the two-tone Sig P320 hammer style from the 80s. Years ago, I wish I still had that thing. It was a great gun, M45 ACP, but I'm gonna tell you something right now. I'm having a lot of fun with this, and it's a lot cheaper to shoot than 45 ACP. Cows? God damn it. Jesus. Go on, get out of here. Go on. Go on, girl. I will hit you with a stick. Do not get close to my camera. You tear a corn feeder up, I know what you'll do to this. God almighty damn. Yes, I'm having a lot of fun with it. And if the big black quadruped bovines would leave me alone and my equipment, I'd be having a lot more fun. Oh. Well, I can say this, if I get one, I'll never be using a suppressor on it, because basically, who wants to carry one of these with a damn suppressor on it like that? But I will be putting a light on it. This is a damn fine gun, and that red dot is rock solid on there, and I mean rock solid. The sights, they're suppressor height sights. They co-witness great with this thing. You can see them completely through there, but they are not obtrusive. They do not get in your way. I like that. If I was going to race with it, I'd want a more aggressive stippling, and I'd want it all the way around. Now, see, they've kind of put it in sections, and then you've got these flat surface. Why? Okay, yeah, it looks pretty, but those are areas that literally are what I call choke points for the tendency to move. The flats are good, but there's not a whole lot of your hand touching that flat as opposed to the rounded edges. The rounded edges is where your hand molds to it. That's something to think about. But other than that, she's running like a Swiss watch, man. And last night I put a bullet in it and set it in the closet and chained it down and put a block on top of it, and it didn't go off by itself. So, and I have emptied the chamber and just sit there and shook that son of a bitch until my arm was tired. I can't make it go off. So if it's an issue of there's good ones and bad ones, this is a good one. All right, folks, well, I hope you enjoyed it. I tried to keep it as short as possible, but God, this thing is fun to put ammo through. So stand by next week. I'm going to see if I can't get the holster and the spare magazines from Bobby, and that way I'll be able to work out of it from the hip with additional mags. I can show the magazine change. Let me tell you, yeah, you got that big old magazine well, but you think, well, for a carry gun, do you really need that? Probably not. But for somebody like Bobby, who is a bondsman and has to go out and chase down the bad guys once in a while to say, hey, you're supposed to be in court yesterday. If he gets into a nest of serpents, well, he might need more than one mag. And if he does, you can put him in there really fast. All right, folks, I hope you had a great time. I did. I know I did. I got to go buy some more blammo. Go home, give Bobby's gun a little cleaning, get ready for the next session next weekend. So stand by next weekend if the rain will cooperate, because we got a beautiful day today. I'll get out here. I'll be working out of the holster, tuning it up a little bit, seeing if I can kind of, have a little more fun with it. I hope you guys had fun. I damn sure did. And if you're thinking about one of these, especially one made in the last couple of years like this one was, in my opinion, if it's the same critter as this one, I don't think you've got anything to worry about. Right? All right, folks. Y'all have a great weekend. I'll see you soon. I'm Brad, you're not, and that's okay. Don't feel bad about that. And I'll be seeing you soon somewhere downrange. Bye.